Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy D Mack. So let's talk. All right. I just wanted to come on today and just spend some time with y'all, man. I don't really have no written out topics or anything like that. I just wanted to come on and do a Q&A. And just like if anybody want to come on, if you got any questions for me, any questions about any of my videos or any of my views or anything like that, please feel free to come on and ask me some questions. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for your interactions. I appreciate the likes and the subs, and I appreciate the shares. Continue to do so. Shout out to my boy Big J. Shout out to my boy Talk with T. Yeah, it's time to go. There go that signal. So let me just start off by saying that there's a lot of personalities on YouTube. There are a whole lot of people out here that's doing their thing. They have their subjects, they have their topics that they do, and they have their purpose, and that's all well and fine. Same with me. I have my purpose on here. I have my vision, and I have my agenda. And my agenda is to help build people up and to help strengthen people, and more importantly, the youth. To give hope and to give motivation to the youth of the world. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk to a couple people and just say what's up and just go over some stuff that's been happening in the world, man, because there's so much going on right now in this world, and we need to have some type of perspective on it. We have to have some type of view on it. And there's nothing better than going back and forth with each other to see what other people think and measure their level of knowledge on stuff, because sometimes a person can have that answer that you've been looking for, but if you don't go out and fellowship with your brethren, then you how would you get that answer? So yeah, I'm gonna just go for a little bit. Well, I'm gonna start it off while I'm waiting for people to come on in, and I'm gonna start talking about the Capitol rioter that was sentenced to 8 months in prison for his part in the insurrection on January the 6th. So you mean to tell me that I can go and be a part of an insurrection and attempt to throw over the government, and all I get is 8 months in prison? But if I go out here and sell some drugs, I get years upon years in prison. That's that scale is way off, man. So I guess I need to go and do some insurrections then. If that's the case, nah, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But I'm just saying, 8 months, and the maximum that this penalty carries is 20 years. By the way, I just want y'all to know what they were charging him with carries a maximum penalty of 20 years, but they only gave him 8 months. Now the prosecution suggested 18 months, but the judge didn't do that. So insurrection and being a traitor in the United States only gives you 8 months in prison. Wow, that's crazy. I look at all of the brothers and sisters that's locked up for nothing, especially in the industrial prison complex where they're just locking up people for no reason. Just think about the people that's been in prison for 20, 30 years and they innocent. Just think about the people who are locked up for something that was so simple and so minor, but the only reason they got so much time was because of their reputation, or there was a vendetta against them by whatever law enforcement department they were opposed to. And people losing their lives, man. And this man went to the Capitol, Mr. Paul Hodgkins, I'm sorry, and they tore up the Capitol, and all he got was 8 months. I wonder why. What would it be that would cause someone who committed a federal crime against the government that would prevent them from getting a lot of time in jail? What could it be? I don't know, man. Well, no, I really do know, but I'm just being facetious. Um, Let's move on, man, because I don't want to stay on that too long. That could get kind of testy. I know how people be jumping in my comments and liking to take up for the white nationalists. They have a really big group, y'all. I'm telling you now. They have a large group of white nationalists that be on these platforms and stuff to try to harass you, to try to discredit you, and to insult you and everything else. And when all of that fails, they'll try to get you taken down through complaints and stuff like that. It's pretty funny, and this is a way that they try to force you to not say certain things. This is how they try to get you aggravated and to get you angry enough that you would say or do something that would get you kicked off of these platforms. This is one of their main tricks. That's one of the main things they've been trying to do with me, but I'm too even tempered for that, and I'm way too smart for that. So, I'll mess around with them, and I'll troll the trolls for a little bit and just play just for fun. But all in all, I never let people like that get to me. That would be so small minded to allow somebody who does not know you, doesn't affect your life, to get you out of character on social media. So, I don't do that stuff. And I let them know real quick before they even get into their stuff. You know, if you want to it, let's have at it. Let's have at it. And sometimes they'll engage me, sometimes they won't. But it is what it is. Overall, I'm always going to be all right in the end. I'm gonna be a-okay every single time. Um, what else is? Oh man, rest in peace, Miss Frankie. Keisha Cole, my condolences go out to you and your family. That's a hard, tough loss right there, especially the way that it happened. I don't know if y'all know, if you've read the story yet, but Miss Frankie's birthday, I guess, was yesterday, and she was partying for her birthday, and she died from a drug overdose on her birthday. That's man, that's hard. That's so hard. Keisha, I'm sorry, man. That's um I've seen it so many times before. I've even been through a couple of bouts myself, and battles with drugs and things like that. So I know what she was going through. I know how you feel as somebody who has to stand by and watch your loved one hurt themselves with their drug use. It's a tough thing, and it's the biggest epidemic that we have in this country is the drugs. Um, so I'm sorry to hear that, Keisha Cole. Once again, my heart goes out to the family, and rest in peace, Miss Frankie. I did a video earlier talking about why are our black rap legends, well, all of our rap legends, most of them are black, but why are our rap legends dying at such a young age? And then I brought in the fact that a lot of times we don't take care of ourselves. We've lived that lifestyle, the rap lifestyle or the hip hop or the music entertainment lifestyle, period. The hard partying and all of the drug use and all of the abuse that we put on our bodies throughout those years. And then as we get older and our career starts to wind down, a lot of these guys are still trying to chase that spotlight. So they're still out in the clubs and they're still hanging with these younger guys trying to keep up with them so that they can show that they're still youthful, because youth in hip hop is the easiest way for you to die out. Whenever they start seeing these gray hairs right here and stuff like that, it seems like in the hip hop industry, they don't respect you and they don't love you no more. And they think it's time for you to get put on a shelf. And so a lot of these guys will continue to try to live that hip hop lifestyle to show to these kids that they're young and they're hip, but they end up damaging themselves. And we're getting older. We can't take that abuse on our bodies like we used to. So in your 40s and 50s, doing all of that stuff that the young guys are doing will send you to an early grave. And we're starting to see a lot of our rap legends die. Rest in peace, Biz Markie. You know what I'm saying? This is the latest one pass away on us, and he wasn't. I don't know if he was using drugs or anything, but all they said that he had been dealing with stage 2 diabetes for over a decade. So I would imagine that he's not doing any drugs, anything like that, if he's been sick for that long. Um, but we have to take care of ourselves. That's the important lesson that I've been trying to preach and teach. And I had someone earlier to tell me that it's not true. That's not a true statement that black men don't take care of themselves. Well, you tell that to all the men who out here dying at 50 years old and 55 years old. That is not our life expectancy. Our life expectancy is around 63 years old for a black man in particular. And so for a black man to not even make it to 53, to die 10 years earlier than what the life expectancy is, then I would safely say that black men are not taking care of themselves health wise. And like I said, everybody has their own opinion, and he's free to his own opinion, but I don't agree with what he said. I see way too many black men with high blood pressure, with diabetes, with all of these different things at such a young age because we never go to the hospital. We never take vitamins. We never get the annual checkups that we're supposed to get. We don't get the prostate exams and all of these things to catch these things early so that if we do have it, we can get it treated early. What's going on, T, man? Good to see you in here, my brother. Wow, you said you had a heart attack and a stroke at 47. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. We as black men, we feel good on the inside. That's why they say that hypertension is the silent killer, because you don't feel it and you might get a headache or something here and there, but you don't really feel what's really going on in your body, man, until it's too late. And that's when we have the stroke or the heart attack. And that's when reality really kicks in and scares us enough to actually start making those lifestyle changes. So salute to you, my brother, for making those lifestyle changes, man. And definitely we need to get on here and talk about this, because black people's health is one of the main reasons why we're leaving this place early, and we got to do something about it. We're talking about reparations and we're talking about all of this stuff, but what good is any of that if you don't live to enjoy any of it? Don't make any sense to me, and I'm the same way, man. I'm stubborn. I hate going to the VA. I hate sitting up there all day, man, and looking at these people, and it's just that environment I don't like. I'm uncomfortable in a hospital setting, which a lot of people are, but that's no excuse for not taking care of yourself. I can go up there and withstand a couple hours if it's going to give me a longer lifespan. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to realize that and stop being selfish and thinking about myself, because I have 8 children, man. I have 8 children and I have 9 grandchildren. Yeah, I don't look that old, but yeah, I do. And so directly and indirectly, they're counting on me, and I have to be at my best. I have to be strong enough to be that male role model and that figure in their life. But if I'm constantly in the hospital battling ailments and sicknesses that I brought upon myself, then that's called self-sabotage. And we're real bad at self-sabotaging. We sabotage ourselves all the time through our diet, through our use of drugs, alcohol, or other products like tobacco. There's so many different ways that we hurt ourselves, but it's changing. It is. The narrative is changing. More black men are becoming health conscious, which is good, because I know he my dad died from cancer. And when my dad got ready to pass away, man, his veins were so thin that whenever they did try to pump blood into him, the veins could not hold that amount of pressure and they burst. And so he pretty much drowned on the inside. And my dad was 60, I want to say 64 when he passed away. So he was right over the life expectancy for a black man when he passed away. But he could have lived a lot longer if if he would have went to the doctor and they would have got a hold of that cancer early. But my dad was one of those men, he didn't never go to the hospital until like he fell out or something and you had to carry him in. That's the only way he would go. And by the time they found out what was going on with him, he was probably in stage 2 or stage 3 of his cancer. So all they could really do was put him on dialysis and make him comfortable until that inevitable time came. And T says, I felt fine when it happened. Black men, please get your vitals checked and teach your kids how to eat to live. Absolutely, my brother. That's a great point because the VA, they gave me a blood pressure cuff. I have one of the electric blood pressure cuffs and I can carry it anywhere I go and make sure that my blood pressure is staying right because 2 years ago I had a what is this called? Man, I forgot what it's called already, but I had a surgery done, and my surgery, it requires me to keep a good check on my blood pressure because it's my thyroid. I had a thyroidectomy. That's what I had. And so, with by them taking my whole entire thyroid medication for the rest of my life. And what this medication does, it regulates my metabolism, it regulates my blood pressure and all of that stuff. It works in conjunction with my kidneys and my liver and stuff, and it regulates my blood pressure to keep me even and keep me regular. So, I constantly check my blood pressure, and this is something that I make sure my kids see. I check my wife's blood pressure. I show them how to check theirs if need be, because you never know. People having strokes at a really young age, man. 47 is young to be having a stroke, my brother. And, especially with our size and if we're big husky guys, us in particular during these summer times, because when it heats up and our body starts to dehydrate more, and we know we don't like to drink water as it is. Gatorade is not a replacement for water. Neither is all of those other drinks like that, Powerade, and none of those things are a replacement for water. Water is what you need. Water is 75% of the makeup of our body. So if you're not replenishing what's going out of your body, you're constantly sweating all day, you're spitting, you're peeing, all of these things, and you're not putting that water back into your body, what do you think is going to happen over a certain amount of time? Your body's going to let you know when it's not feeling good and when you're not doing it right, and it's going to sit you down. So we have to be mindful of those things. Now, what else was on? What else did we have today? Oh, so LeBron snuck some tequila up in the game the other night. And everybody and their mama got something to say about LeBron sneaking this tequila up in the game. But I don't think nobody had something to say about LeBron sneaking it up in the game. I think that's just his way of getting some free advertisement for his tequila, because he got his own little tequila and stuff like that. So I feel like this was just some free advertisement through the media for his tequila brand that he's putting out and stuff like that. Say to you, say, yep, it happened July 3rd, 2 years ago. Wow, bro. Yeah, man. These summer months like this right now. Now I'm in Texas, and it's super hot out here, man. I'm in my garage right now with my fan on, and I'm still sweating. That's just how hot it is in Texas. And this is a light day right here. The big days, the hot days, them triple-digit days are coming very soon. But yeah, man, we have to definitely watch out during this time of the year, because this is when we get really dehydrated. And if we're not drinking water, we are going to feel it one way or the other. But yeah, like I was saying, man, LeBron snuck the tequila up in the game, taking a couple shots and stuff like that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. They be selling beer at the games anyway, so it ain't like it was a problem for him to have alcohol in there. I'm just saying that it was some free publicity for him. That's all. Any publicity is good publicity. Ain't that what they say? Yeah. So what do you think, T? What you think about this series, man? Who you think going to pull this thing out? I know the Bucks are looking like some real monsters right now, man. And they going back to Milwaukee, and they got the momentum. They got the momentum, man. Chris Paul was playing kind of flat-footed last game. Devin Booker, he gonna get his 40, but he's still making mental mistakes like those fouls and stuff, about to foul out the game and things like that, man. Those mental mistakes right there is a telltale sign of inexperience. You know, Chris Paul's been to the playoffs before, but he's never been in the big dance before. So I don't know how much he can really help. This is like new territory for all of them guys. So I don't know, man. I said at first, I said it was gonna be the Suns in four because after those first two games, the way they blasted them, I just knew that it was gonna be the Suns in four. But then they turned around, and Giannis when Giannis got that knee injury, oh bro, I thought he was gonna be gone for the rest of the series. He said, I was going to say Milwaukee. I heard Chris Paul choke. He did, man. He only had 21 points. Now, that's good for a regular season game, but when you're trying to win a championship and your team is down, no, we need more out of you, bro. You are the veteran on the team. You that dude that's been in the league for years. Yeah, Devin Booker been here for 7 years, but Devin Booker's never been that man. He's never been placed in that position to be the man. They're calling on him more this year because of where they are right now. And it seems like he's the leader of the team when it should be Chris Paul. And Chris Paul is like taking a back seat to Devin Booker. Why? I feel like Chris Paul didn't shoot enough that last game. Chris Paul should have shot a whole lot more. And they probably if he would have got 30 points, they would have won the game. If he would have got 25, they would have won the game. And then by Devin Booker feeling like he has to do so much, he got overwhelmed and started making those mental mistakes. That's why when he came down and instead of picking the ball up and calling the timeout so they're gonna come up with a plan and reset and calm down, he gonna try to run in there and rush and try to make a play, got the ball stole, and then they went down and scored, and that changed the whole momentum. So any chance that they would have had of taking the lead right then was just blown away. It was blown away because for one, Chris Paul, why wasn't Chris Paul? Well, I don't even know if he was in the game or not then, but like I said, man, they're overworking Devin Booker, and Chris Paul is not working enough. And that's a bad combination. They're going to lose if they continue with that. And I hate it for DeAndre Ayton, man, because this dude is really putting his heart into it. He had 20 points the last game, 1 point less than what Chris Paul had. And so he really wants it, man. Devin Booker really wants it. But the question is, do Chris Paul really want it? Because Chris Paul is not acting like he wants it. You know, if you really want it, you're going to daggone scratch and scrape, and you're going to do whatever it takes to daggone get your team where they need to go and get them motivated, get them ready to go. But it seemed like he was standing around with everybody else waiting for Devin Booker to do something. That's no leader of the team right there. That's no team captain. Okay? So these guys need to understand what leadership is, and they need to start getting mentored by these older guys who were real leaders, because these guys seem to not know what leadership is. And it's ironic that Chris Paul and LeBron have the same issue of lack of leadership skills. They both are suffering from the same thing, and their team suffers from it as well, man. So I don't know if Chris gonna choke again, but if he don't really want it, then he gonna go down in history as another Charles Barkley. That's exactly what he's gonna be. And this will mess up his legacy if he don't win this championship this year. I don't care what nobody says. How many years Chris Paul been in the league? Been in the league just as many years as LeBron, and he haven't won one ring yet. Not one. Yeah, that's bad on him. Now, earlier years, nah, you couldn't really put it on him because he wasn't that guy. Now he's that guy. He's that guy in Phoenix, supposed to be, but he's not stepping up into that role as that guy. So I'm still pulling for the Suns. I want to see him win it, but if they gonna play like this, man, they not winning nothing. So let's see what else is going on in new. Oh, Colin Kaepernick, man. Colin Kaepernick has a new children's book. Yeah, he has a children's book out, and it's called "I Color Myself Different." Hmm. Okay, I guess that's a unity thing and a ethnic cohesion concept or message that he's trying to push there. Which is a good thing. I feel it's a good thing. That's cool, Colin. If you know, a lot of people giving Colin Kaepernick flack right now. They're saying that he started this whole movement and then everybody else got involved and then he kind of backed out. That man didn't back out, man. That man, you don't know what that man was doing. You don't know what he's been doing behind the scenes, i.e., this children's book he got coming out. You don't know what else he's been doing behind the scenes. So people can speculate and say what they think he should have done. What else do you want this man to do? He jeopardized his career to make a statement about what was taking place. What more do you want him to do? What you want him to get out in the street and fight police? What you want him to do? Throw footballs at people? I don't understand what more do y'all want from Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's What have y'all done? All of these people that sit out here and criticize people like a Colin Kaepernick and whoever else is out here fighting for the rights of the people, every single one of y'all is the ones who's sitting back in your house just like this with that judgmental attitude, not doing anything for the people. Y'all are the ones who got something to say about Colin Kaepernick every time you turn around because you want to destroy his credibility. That's what it boils down to me. That's what I see. That's my personal opinion about it. But it is what it is, man. I ain't even tripping on it, Colin. You go ahead and make more and more children's books. We have to catch the youth. Catch the youth now so that we can raise them up in the way that they should go, so that when they get older, they shall not depart. We still on that. That's our message. That's our mandate. That's what we doing. So anybody else who got something negative to say, people like Colin don't have time to address that because they have bigger things to deal with. And I'm the same way, man. People come on here talking crazy. If anybody come on here and got something crazy to say or something bad to say or want to try to troll or want to try to start an argument, I don't even rock like that. Now we can discuss something. We can have a spirited debate. But when I recognize that you just want to win an argument and you're not trying to find a solution, that's when I'm gonna disengage in that conversation with you because you're not going to get your little frills off of me. Some people just have to have drama in their life and they don't feel complete unless they have it. And I'm not gonna give you your satisfaction. That's what makes me feel good, knowing that you're aggravated because I wouldn't fall for your little tricks and stoop to your level. So that's how I rock. Now, while we were talking about LeBron, it's some mixed views about this Space Jam, man. What you feel about Space Jam? I didn't like the first one, and I saw it. I didn't go to the movies or nothing, but I saw it when it came out on VHS, I believe. We still had VHS at that time, or we was just transitioning to DVD. And I mean, it was all right, I guess. It wasn't nothing spectacular. Will I go see the new one? No, not really. I mean, I don't have any interest in it like that. I don't have a stake to claim in it. All of my kids are grown pretty much. And unless my grandkids come up to me and be like, Papa, I want to go see Space Jam, then Nah, I'm not going to see it. It's not worth it to me. It's good for the children. It's good for all of the LeBron James fans, but for me, it's just another movie, man. I ain't even tripping on that. LeBron, get your paper, man. It's the off season. Enjoy yourself. Have fun making these movies and just live the life, man. You're doing a lot, so I can't even really say nothing about it or critique it. How many other players has a charter school? And how many other players have a charter school that when the kids finish the school, their college tuition is going to be paid up also. So who can really say anything about LeBron James as far as what he's doing for the community? I see what he's doing for the community. He's reaching the youth in a way that a lot of people only talk about reaching the youth. Because Dr. Umar has been talking about this academy for how many years now? About 6 to 7 years now, and I don't know what the status is on his buildings or the progress or anything like that, and I really don't care because it don't take that long to get something together to start teaching these children. There's a young man named King Randall down in Atlanta. Salute to you, young brother. Him and some of his friends came together and they started a school and they've been teaching children, and as they go along, they acquired a bus. They've acquired more space and they're building as they go along, but they're teaching while they're doing it. So Dr. Umar is just lip service. He's running around selling people a pipe dream and trying to raise all of this money and acting like he can't teach a child until he get all of this big old school and all of this stuff, which is an absolute farce. Absolute farce. You can teach anywhere. You can get a little building on the corner and have it set up and take a little small portion of that money and put it towards teaching while you're building the rest. And when people see that you're actually doing what you said, they won't have no problem donating. That's why you have a problem with people donating, Dr. Umar, because they don't see any return. They don't see where their money is going. Okay, because I know I want to see where my dollars is going, where my donation is going to. So if I see the children there in the seats learning, yeah, I love King Randall too, man. That's a dope young brother. We need more brothers like him. Oh, shout out to Lavellis Hamilton here in Killeen with the Free My City movement. That's another young brother out here that's doing big things, man. And I'm here to support and give a shout out to anybody who's out here trying to help the city and better the city. But yeah, man. So I'm not accepting Umar's excuses. I'm not accepting anybody else's excuses because these young people went out here and showed you that it can be done, and you don't need a 500,000 or a million or $1 billion to get something done if you really, really have a heart to help. God will always make a way. Always. If your heart is pure and you're in line with his intentions for you, and his purpose for you, he's always going to open doors that no man can shut, and he's going to shut doors that no man can open. That's the word. So I don't know what you believe, but it's been working for me all my life. God has never been proven wrong in my life. He's always came through for me. So whatever you believe, that's on you. But I know what works for me. And let me see what else is going on in this world. What's the dude name? The one that looked like uh Tiger King or whatever. What's it? Richard Branson, the rich dude, Richard Branson. So he just recently took his own private shuttle into space. Yeah, so now he's selling space flights. But it was only up there for like 8 minutes though. They broke the atmosphere, went up in space and floated around for about 8 minutes, and then they came back down. But the point is that they did it, that he did it, and this is on his own personal dime in his own personal spacecraft. So why are they doing this? Why all of the intrigue and all of the excitement about wanting to go into outer space on your own personal dime? Well, because if you look at this world and the way that it's headed, there's going to be some destruction and some catastrophes to take place on Earth. Um, and they're already happening. You see the wildfires everywhere. You see the tsunamis. You see all of these natural disasters that are intensifying and destroying more and more of the world right now. And I feel like these guys, him and Elon Musk and all these dudes like that, they think they gonna go and find them another planet to live on. Whenever they've used up all the resources of Earth and they've sucked it dry, and it's about to crumble, they think that they're going to fly off to another planet and then use up all that planet's resources and do it like Earth's been done. That's my personal opinion on why these rich people want to go to space so bad. They're trying to find another they're trying to find another frontier. They're trying to find another Earth to destroy. That's exactly what's going on. Uh, we have reports saying that, this meteor and something the size of a mountain and something the size of Wyoming just barely missed the Earth. At some point, something's going to hit, and it's going to cause a ripple effect, and it's going to destroy some things. Not to mention that global warming, all of the climate change that's taking place is slowly starting to build up. And it's starting to become an issue that the government don't want to alarm us to because they don't want people to get scared. But it's getting really, really bad. It is. The water levels are dropping so low. Um, the the polar ice caps are melting at an all-time high at a very fast rate of speed. So there's so much going on in the world right now, man, and people need to understand that these rich folks is trying to get out of here. They think they're gonna leave us here on Earth after they've used it up for everything that it's got to offer, and then leave us here with the scraps so they can go on to a whole fresh uninhabited planet and just start over there. That's what they think, as if God doesn't rule the entire universe. That's the funny part to me, because these guys think that they can actually escape the wrath of God. They think that they can escape consequences. See, this is going back to what I said about those participation trophy kids who grew up to be participation trophy grown-ups. They have this sense of entitlement, and they feel like things don't pertain to them, and they feel like they can just avoid going through the consequences of their actions. But guess what? The same God that's the God over Earth is the God over Venus, Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, all of these planets, all of the galaxies, okay, the Milky Ways, all of that. God is over all of that. There's nowhere that you can go to get away from the judgment of the Father. But this is how their mind is set. This is what they think, because they use the wisdom of man, the wisdom of the world, and they feel like that's greater than the wisdom of God. Like they're going to trick God, or they're going to outsmart God. This is where their mind is, and these people are really sick like that. So be careful with these space flights and stuff like that that they're trying to sell to you, because you might just end up like another what was that space shuttle Challenger that exploded. God forbid that happens, but it very well can, because these people are not really caring about safety and all of that stuff like that. That's not their number one priority. So be careful with these space flights and these rich people, because they about to do something that's going to get them in a world of trouble. And when they do, that's on them. I don't know who can fly up there and help. Maybe Space Force. Yeah, Space Force can go help them. So I don't know. We got some space police, I guess. Um, what else is happening in this world? Oh, this right here is funny. Check this. So check this out. Um, so the Olympics gonna be in Tokyo, right? How about they made beds like in the Olympic Village for the players and stuff, where they're gonna be staying over there for the Olympics. How about all the beds that they made are made out of recycled cardboard? They call them anti-sex beds. Because you can't have no sex on no cardboard bed. You gonna break that thing down, man. But I think that was actually a pretty smart thing, because instead of going and spending all of this money on these wooden frame beds and all of this stuff that's only going to be used for the duration of the Olympics, why don't you take some recycled materials and make something up for their short stay? I mean, will it be uncomfortable? No more uncomfortable than sleeping on a bus, or no more uncomfortable than when they were in the bubble. So, that was a smart thing on Tokyo's behalf, but they've been clowning it just because the beds are made out of recycled cardboard and they call them anti-sex beds. Mr. T said they really think they are to become gods. They really do. They consider themselves gods over us. Absolutely, they do. And that goes into when we talk about the Nephilim. And that's one of the main spirits. That Nephilim spirit, this goes back to Genesis 6, whenever the angels came down and they slept with the women and they created these Nephilim beings, which was demigods, basically. That's where you get the Greek folklore from, these demigods that are half man, half deity. And so this is a real thing. And this spirit still exists in these people. The Nephilim spirit is still alive and well in these elites. And that's why they have that sense of entitlement. And that's why they have that sense of I'm greater than everyone else, because they believe that they have that Nephilim blood in them, which they maybe do. And that's probably why they're so sick in the head and why they have absolutely no sympathy or empathy or human emotions for people. That's probably why. There may be something to that. But yeah, these guys do feel, or guys and gals do feel that they are gods, but there's only one and true living God. And they'll see. They'll see when that time comes. We'll let them have their little hoorahs down here on earth, and we'll let them do all of the things that they feel necessary, because like the word says, whenever Jesus get ready to come back, as it was in the days of Noah, it will be in the day of the coming of the Son of Man. So what was happening in the days of Noah? Everything that's happening right now, all of the sexual perversion, all of the murder, all of the just gluttony, all of the debauchery and stuff like that. Come on. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing, the signs of the times. Now, is it that last day? No, it said these are just the birthing pains to that. This is just the beginning of the end, but we've entered that time. Said, you just dropped an advanced lesson. I know, right? That whole Nephilim thing, man, that's a whole, me and you will have to tag team that one, brother. That's something that I want you to jump on here with me, man, and let's go ahead and tag team that whole Nephilim thing and this whole God concept, where these people get those ideas from, because I know you have a view that I don't even know about, man. So we can work that thing, bro. Just let me know. But yeah, man, this is what's going on in our world just today. And like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate you coming in and talking with me. Appreciate the views. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate all the love, man. And I want y'all to go and check out Talk with T, because my boy T be putting down some real knowledge, y'all. This is one of my brothers from North Carolina, and us brothers from North Carolina, man, we it's something about us, man. We got this old soul, man, and we always are like a sponge for information and knowledge and stuff like that. So go check out Talk with T, man, because that brother be dropping some jewels on you. And hey, bro, you need to come on over here and tag team me one time on one of these lives, man. It'll definitely be a treat for the people, I believe. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to cover, man. I just wanted to go over a few things and just shoot the breeze with y'all, man. Just to give y'all an inside scoop on how I am, what type of person I am, and so when I come with my videos, you know exactly where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? T, I appreciate you coming in here, man. I appreciate everybody else who's gonna watch this video, who's gonna hit the likes. If you feel it in your heart to donate, there go my Cash App down there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is your boy D Mack. Sticks and stones can break your bones. You know what I say though. The word can always heal you. It's your boy D Mack. I'm out.